Hey everyone, I'm Dan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Sinchi. Today, I'm really excited to talk to you about the idea of data fabrics and how they are very quickly now key to enabling the eventual reboot post COVID-19. So what's really interesting about this pandemic from a business perspective is it's very unique. It's unlike any prior crisis. From a business perspective, every organization on the planet suddenly needs to rationalize and reduce spending. And at the same time, though, while that's happening, everyone needs to simultaneously fast track efforts to digitize service delivery. There's not going to be any tolerance, even beyond the short-term recovery, for customers to have to go into a physical bank branch and fill out a paper-based form to apply for a loan or a mortgage. It's just not going to happen. Everyone's going to now have been used to everything becoming digital. So what that means is that the need to do more with less is way more than just an expression. It's now an existential requirement. And what that translates to is pretty much every company on the planet needs to immediately find ways to free up capacity. And the best way to do that is to unlock hidden efficiencies. Let's start by going back to 1862. Prior to the railroads, transporting people and goods was very inefficient and dangerous. The railroads were transformational in that they connected populations across vast spaces, ultimately forming a connected network. This new network unlocked compounding efficiencies and ultimately fueled the Industrial Revolution. This network continues to accelerate even today. The advancement and upgrades of rail from steam to diesel to electric to maglev and beyond. And this is just an example of the power of networks. You can look at the telephone, the power grid, the internet, and other examples. They offer similar benefits. Yet today, companies buy and build hundreds of applications to run and evolve their business. And with today's architecture, every application manages its own data store. What that means is that every project is burdened by the need to integrate and protect data. On average, this easily consumes 50% of the budget and time for every new project. This also requires the duplication of data, and as soon as you copy data, you've lost control over that data. While data fabric technology is very new, it's already proving the ability to free up this capacity. And the way that it works is by separating your data from your applications. With the data fabric, data is managed as a connected network, and new solutions can connect directly to the fabric to avoid the cost and complexity of what we call today integration. Also, by avoiding the duplication of data, the protection and control is now guaranteed. You're not doing incremental effort over and over again with every individual solution. So just like the railroads, the efficiencies are compounding as the network grows. And the response to COVID-19 has accelerated the adoption of this new technology while simultaneously laying the foundation for really our next revolution. Data fabrics utilize a network-based architecture, and this is similar in concept to how the human brain works. This is a very new approach, and it unifies data integration and data management and forms the new foundation for delivering the digital capabilities of the future. Solutions built on a fabric are far more economical, they're far quicker to deliver, and they also uniquely guarantee the protection of data privacy in ways that are just not possible with conventional approaches. So what is Sinchi? At its core, Sinchi is the world's leading data fabric. It can run in the cloud or on-prem. The core fabric provides persistence as a service, as well as data controls as a service for all new applications. And we go beyond just a base data fabric. The platform also includes a built-in data browser. Just like the web browser, the data browser provides users with a single interface to access your connected network of knowledge, not just to see it, but to touch it, feel it, change it, delete it, approve it, and even extend it. The only requirement, of course, is that you need access, and that access is maintained by the rightful owners of that data down to the cellular level, really how it should work. The platform also enables builders to create what we call data experiences. Think of that as the evolution of what we today call applications. And really what they are is they're the applications minus the complexities of data management and data integration. So it's still a rich experience. It's still specific business logic and business rules, but it's dramatically simplified by the leverage of the underlying fabric. The future of applications is actually a little more than a skin that sits atop your data fabric. When you add up these three capabilities, it really creates a new paradigm we call data collaboration. And this is a really big deal. And what excites me the most of all is how this new approach finally gives people and companies control over their data. Our customers today include some of the biggest banks in the world, large asset managers, credit unions, government agencies, and more. And they're all using Sinchi to take back control of their data and deliver net new technologies in a fraction of the time and cost versus conventional approaches. As a recent example, Concentra is a wholesale bank based out of Canada. They needed to rapidly deploy a new solution going from concept to live to enable more than 35 credit unions to deploy $400 million of small business relief for emergency loan applications for COVID-19. Thanks to the power of a data fabric and Sinchi, they took that from a concept to live accepting applications in under 1 week. The magic of a data fabric is really how it enables data to work the way it really should. Finally, users can now connect directly to the data, and the owners of data are always in control. Here are many other examples. What's interesting about these use cases, if you look at them through the lens of conventional technology, these are very different projects, very different use cases, and need very different software. But if you look at it through the lens of data collaboration, not only are there now similarities, these are actually all the same use case. It's called data collaboration. I'm actually going to show you the platform quickly in a minute. But ultimately, we're very excited about the future that this new foundation is going to enable. Please visit us at Sinchi.com to find out how you can get started for your organization. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually logged into Sinchi, and we use the platform to run and grow our business, the company of Sinchi. But what I'm actually doing now is rendering one of the built-in data experiences that allows me to experience my entire data fabric, where the only limitation is it's only showing me the data that I, Dan, have access to. So other employees in the company could easily be managing their own data sets and not granting me access to that. So that's again how you would expect it to work. But if I zoom in here, what you're seeing is all the knowledge, all the data that exists in our company. And this is something that has been built up as a result of us using the platform to deliver business capabilities over the past 2 years. So it happened iteratively where we were getting continuous value throughout that journey. But we're now at the point where I have all company knowledge accessible through a single data browser. And you can see all the different nodes of data. So there's our employees, for example, and it's larger than some of the other nodes because it's more connected. It's this mustard color because it's in the human resources domain. So now you can see our HR data fabric that has all the data that you would expect in an HR system. But what's powerful about this is side by side with our sales data domain. So what you're now seeing is our sales data network, where we have things like ARR targets and customers and leads and opportunities and all the things that you would expect in a traditional CRM type system. And all of this data is now searchable. So I can look for our leads as an example. I can locate that data set and I can go down from the satellite view to the street view, and I can then see and even change that data depending on my level of access. And I can click through on a particular name. Now I'm looking at that contact. I can go to the company. Now I'm looking at that company. I can go to the salesperson. Now I'm looking at that salesperson. All of this data is seamlessly connected in ways that are not possible with a traditional siloed approach. And not only is this enabling us to deliver new solutions in a fraction of the time, but it's creating this magical artifact of a data fabric, which is an incredibly strategic asset. I know for our company, we can implement change in hours that would typically take months. And that's ultimately what the benefit is to our customers.